how to build your first app in 30 days. Just a quick one as well, important, stick to the end because I'm going to share my new tool that I've been building to help essentially founders, people like you, and beginners basically streamline the building process in terms of web apps, softwares, mobile apps, and launching and marketing processes as well. So stay tuned to the end of this video and don't miss that because there's a great deal coming. You're not going to want to miss that at all. So first things first is you need to obviously have an idea to build, the SaaS, the web app, or the mobile app upon, right? So for example, you're gonna want a idea that essentially solves a problem, right? It's solving a problem, obviously a painful problem that someone's going to experience, right? So if you look at a lot of the apps that have been doing so well in this space at the moment, you got ones like Quitter, you got ones like PuffCount. They are solving a problem, right? PuffCount helps people stop vaping. Quitter stop watch porn, right? And then you've got something like Posted, the Posted app, where it's essentially, a bridge between, content creators who aren't getting a lot of work, but they want to earn money, doing influencer marketing, all that kind of stuff, and then brands, or, developers like us who need things promoted using these people who have, mass followings or really good engagement and are in the right audience. So Posted is solving a problem where it helps creators find brands and brands find creators, right? That's solving a problem. And obviously as well, if you can get something that's simple, then it's obviously always better because then it essentially allows you to have minimum features on the app, which makes it easier for you to build, but keeps it simple and keeps it niche to exactly, what problem is it solving. So ideally you want sort of 1 to 3 features. So for example, Quitter just has like an app on your phone. It's like a red button and you click it and it basically like helps you like come over that urge of doing what you shouldn't be doing. And then like Puff Count is a very similar thing, right, with the button or like tracking your puffs and that kind of stuff. And then like Posted, for example, is just like posting, okay, like as a brand, like, okay, what job, do I have? Like, what's the job brief in terms of the content that I want created by a creator? Right, that's the feature, and then you could argue there's other features that they can bid and stuff, but there's main features where you basically just post jobs, and then they bid on those jobs, and then they have competitions and all that kind of stuff as well. So there may be a few, like I would call them like micro features. So I would call them, you got like features, which is the big things, like for example posting a job, and then like Puff Count and Quitter, where you can like tap the button. But then you've obviously got like micro features as well, right? And that could be lots of different things. But obviously we're talking about main features here, the features that basically directly correlate to like what problem is being solved, right? Next, validation. Would people use it? Okay, so is this solving a problem? Obviously it is. Will people use it? Is it a big problem that's happening right now, and do they actually have this problem? You see what I'm saying? So is this problem like, I guess, like in like a problem trend? So for example, like a trend was like vaping, but like people had a problem with trying to quit vaping, it was so bad for them. So that's actually a problem that people are experiencing, and people would use Puff Count because they're trying to fix this problem. They just can't do it on their own, and then hence someone makes Puff Count. There's actually many like quit vaping apps or nicotine pouches apps and that kind of stuff where it all helps them quit, that kind of stuff as well. And then a big pro tip here is use a marketing mindset, right? So when you're thinking about an app idea, web app idea, whatever it is, you want to make sure that would this get attention? Can I make content? Can I get influencers to make content where I'm going to get engagement and attention and basically clicks and users from social media? Could this blow up? I'm not saying it will blow up because blowing up is relative, right? It's relative to how many views you're getting, right? Like you could say, oh, I blow up and I get 1 million views. It's like, okay, but there's 8 billion people in the world, but 1 million is blowing up. That's a lot of views, right? We would all argue that's a lot of views. So does it have the potential to go viral? Does it have the potential to have lots of attention and engagement and to make good, entertaining content where you can use your social media pages, and obviously influencers and stuff can do that for you as well. So think about this marketing mindset. Think of like, just brainstorm a couple of ideas. Use ChatGPT or Claude or whatever you need to do to just think about a couple of ideas to, just prompt something like, how would this go viral, or like what videos could go viral with this? I mean, see what it spits out, have a think about it, do some market research. It's one of the best things you can do. Research that sort of niche on TikTok as well before you do it. That's also validation. Validating it with that marketing mindset and marketing research as well. Right, now we obviously come on to the build, which is like basically the most important part. And we obviously want to know what is our tech stack going to be. Now, a quick one for all the weebs out there who don't know what tech stack means. Tech stack is basically just what application will you use and what kind of tools, tech tools will you use to build your application with, right? So let's first obviously distinguish. Let's make this a bit smaller here. So you've got, actually, let's put it bigger, but I'll put it here. That's fine. So you've got a mobile app, and then you've got web app and SaaS, right? So very similar things, but just different applications. But you can have both. So you can have like an app that's like a web app and a mobile app as well. Or you can obviously build them separately. But if you do them together or separately, you're going to still probably follow both funnels, and you just connect them together at the end. But let's start with mobile app. So zoom out here. Now you can see web app. I'm not trying to show that yet. Bosh. So firstly, we have Cursor, right? Cursor AI, one of the easiest to acquire, to set up, and to use. Cursor AI now, it's a plus if you have like a MacBook or a Mac, like an Apple Mac. You can actually download, I think it's Xcode, and another software as well, where it basically allows you to so when you're coding on Cursor, you can actually pull up a mock-up of a phone on how the app's going to look. So you don't have to test it on your actual phone, which is help. You haven't got to keep scanning Expo Go and all that kind of stuff as well to let you see it live and all that kind of stuff. So, but you can still do that as well, obviously. So Cursor is the best one, AI. Really good. It's $20 a month for the free plan. You get unlimited credits basically. Now couple that with Supabase. So Cursor is the AI that's actually going to build and code your app and debug errors and all that kind of stuff as well. And Supabase is the database, and so basically the back end, you might want to call it. I can't write with this, man. I can't write with this. Where all your data is going to be stored, your database is storage, user authentication, images, URLs, files, all that kind of stuff. So that's where all your Supabase is going to be, and obviously these are going to be connected, and Cursor makes it so easy and seamless to connect up. Supabase, there's a couple of manual things you need to do, but definitely do them because you're going to learn about the whole coding, vibe coding game, and gain knowledge as you go as well. Cursor is really good at helping you with that stuff. And then you want to use Revenue Cat. Obviously we're building iOS applications, so you're going to have to publish to Apple, and then you're going to get an Apple developer account, and then Apple App Store Connect, and obviously your in-app purchases. You've got to set up Revenue Cat, SDKs, all that kind of stuff as well. So Revenue Cat makes it really easy to do. It also means that you can actually design your paywalls in Cursor, connect that to Revenue Cat, and then you can see all your data, where customers are coming from, MRR, subscriptions, all that kind of stuff as well. And Revenue Cat just basically gives you all the data, and you can actually integrate this with Superall as well, to basically see that. And then Revenue Cat will use Stripe in a way as well. Basically, this is going to be your payment processor basically, and then that will be connected as well. You obviously tend to do this at the end, so this you got step 1, step 2, obviously you're building it, and then step 3, you'll do your paywall and your Revenue Cat, all that kind of stuff at the end as well. Now, web app and SaaS, so software as a service. So I really, really like Lovable. There's Base44, there's Data Button, you can use Cursor, there's Replit, there's Bubble, there's so many tools out there that you can use. But I really like Lovable, and I would say in the last 6 months to a year, they have really ramped up their AI power in terms of what you can build with it, the power of it, and just how well it does build things as well, and how well it listens to you with prompts. Even if you don't prompt it quite the way you meant to, it will always sort of pick up that slack for you as well. Lovable is really, really good, and they've actually just introduced Lovable Cloud. Oh, I've got to do this now, it's annoying. They actually just introduced Lovable Cloud and AI. So now you can actually integrate AI seamlessly. It's like an AI wrapper, around the app, right? And then, for example, Cow AI, if you heard of Cow AI, the calorie tracking app, where you can scan your phone and the AI will work out how many calories roughly that meal is. We can actually now use AIs like that to wrap in our own web app and SaaS as well. So if you want to generate ideas or have certain generators and stuff, that's really good for it. And Lovable Cloud It's an integrated, basically like back end, similar to like the Supabase, and it actually just runs off Supabase, but it just connects everything for you. And it's like the super smart, intelligent, like automated like back end, which is super super good and super super easy to use. So definitely recommend that. And then lastly, you've got Stripe, which you don't need Revenue Cat for your web apps. Sorry, for your mobile apps, purely because Revenue Cat will deal with all the App Store Connect and all that kind of stuff for you. It's made for that. So like Revenue Cat is the Stripe for mobile apps, and then Stripe is taking your payments through Lovable for your web app and SaaS as well. So they're the two stacks that you need. Whether you are building, a mobile app or a web application as well. And now I actually used Lovable, Stripe, and Lovable Cloud to actually build one of my SaaSes, my software as a service, which is Focus Flow, right? So Focus Flow is essentially where like Notion meets like Brain FM, right? First, go ahead and show you now. So here I'm in the back end of Notion. I look a bit dark because there's like a dark theme going on. But here you've got like a work block, deep work timer, right? So if anyone's heard about like, getting work done, working deep block works and stuff, or just sitting down and do like 1-2 hours. If you guys watch like Start Story and stuff, he actually preaches this so much, and I do as well. This is why I built this platform. This is something I use, and I think it can really help you guys as well. Obviously, you can start focus timers, track your sessions. If you're going to do 1, 2, or even 8 hours a day, you can track how many, hours you're putting in. Take a break, go for a wee, get a cup of tea, whatever it is you need to do. Come back, resume it, and then you can finish the session, and then you can check off tasks and to-do lists and stuff, which I'll show you in a minute, and then you can write down daily summaries of what you completed today, so you can always keep track of your work, which is super important, especially when you're building like apps and stuff, guys. You want to track where you got up to, so the next day you can come back onto this software, super easy to use, jump on it and go, right, okay, right, where have I finished, and where can I start off from, right? And that gets saved into your database. And then here we also, it wouldn't be the same again if you don't use lofi music or deep focus music or like ambient jazz calm music to work, then you are missing out big time, right? We've got loads of tracks on here, different tracks. Georgie Flow, shout out Georgie Flow if you know, you know. Got our own lofi tracks that we produced as well, which are like super soothing, really good for focus, obviously deep focus, and then we've got the ambient calm jazz as well. Wouldn't be the same without any coffee shop jazz. That's a life hack right there. So you get the music as well, loads of tracks, really, really good stuff. You've got to keep searching on YouTube for lofi tracks. It's all here, 3 different genres, what you want. Loads of different tracks. You come over here, you've got tasks and projects, so you can set up different projects on, projects you're working on. So Focus Flow is an app, and then maybe you do websites and stuff, for example. So Focus Flow, and then you can basically add like new tasks here, and then you can basically tick them off, and then you've got websites as well. So like, for example, I've done that task, so I can click that, and then again, obviously any page you're on, you can access the lofi music, the deep focus music, and the jazz music as well. Look at this background, bro. This is sick, bro. You ain't getting distracted, bro. If you use this, you're not getting distracted when you're working, right? And I made it a web app, so you don't have to keep going on your phone. You can just have it on your laptop, have it as a tab, separate tab, work. It works in the background. It's fucking awesome, right? So if you're not on it, the link is in the description. Check it out. And then obviously we got the stats. You can see your progress and all this kind of stuff. It's just a dummy account that I have, and then you can see your calendar. You can see all like your your daily summaries and all that kind of stuff here, and then your overall stats last 30 days. You can have custom ranges, all that kind of stuff as well. And again, we also have the music, so you can change it on any page without having to change any tabs as well. So like I said, that's in the description. Click on the link, jump on that. It's going to help you track your work, focus, and all that kind of stuff as well. So jump on that. But just to show you guys what is possible with Lovable as well. And just a quick disclaimer, I forgot to mention as well. So this is a web app and a SaaS at the moment. Again, it's really useful to have it on there because you're working on a computer, haven't got to like pull your phone out and let it distract your mind. But I am also making this into a mobile app, right? And if you sign up now, and if you're a user now, then you're going to get extra benefits inside the app if you're a user once the app comes out as well. So again, links in the description, check it out. Now, back to the whiteboard, and now with all that being said about Focus Flow, you come to a building phase, right? So you set up all your back ends, you set up all your cursor, your lovable, that kind of stuff. You have an idea, you want to start building, you've got a little design going on. You start building, you start coding, right? It's important to understand these couple of things in the building phase. So firstly, the building phase. Have a phase by phase plan, right? Okay, start with, let's say you've got 3 pages, start with the home page, start with this page and start with that page, right? Do 1 page at a time. You can then bring everything together at the end. You just want to work on one thing at the time and not let yourself get distracted on other things, right? And build out the structure of the pages, and then you can start changing the actual like a UI. You can start changing the color theme and different like little aspects and details here and there, right? So build yourself a phase by phase plan, and then if you want to sit down and enter deep work blocks to focus, right? Again, that's what Focus Flow helps you to do with the tracker, the stats, the to-do list, the projects, all in one place, and obviously the Lo-fi music as well, so check that out. Now, obviously you want to build fast, but you want to test as you go. Don't rush too quick, right? So if you can only work 1 to 2 hours a day, still do it. Work obviously as much as you can, but don't knacker yourself out and don't live a shit life, right? If you can only do 2 hours a day, do 2 hours a day, but stick to your word. Track it with the deep work focus timer with Focus Flow. Track everything there. You've got all your daily summaries and all that kind of stuff. You'll see the progress visually from your app, and then obviously visually, like for example, like Focus Flow or where else you're tracking it as well. But it's super important to be able to sit down and do the work, and then have a phase by phase plan. Now, having a phase by phase plan is important because it doesn't let you jump ahead. If you're trying to do like, let's say for example, the last step in terms of the paywall, like what's the point of doing the paywall now, right? You might start doing the idea and realize it's rubbish. You might want to have a freemium, or you might even want to change the idea. So doing the paywall at the beginning is pointless. So have a phase by phase plan. Now, if you're struggling to make a phase by phase plan, then I'm going to link this in the description. I've got a new tool coming out, which I'm going to speak about in a minute. That's going to help you do this exactly the right way, right? Phase by phase, plan out your build, and then let you basically just follow it with the tech stack that you have, and then make the building process so streamlined as well, with even an AI assistant to help you if you get stuck or if you want to change things around. So it is flexible, but you want to actually keep some sort of phase by phase plan, right? So you got your tech stack, you got your idea, put it all together, and now just start working and get ready to launch, right? Just rinse and repeat the coding, right? Then start debugging errors, test, Expo Go, test, and make sure it all works till you launch, right? You want to get something that's called an MVP. It's minimal viable product. It's basically like a version of your app, but like not fully not fully complete, if that makes sense. Might have 1 feature ready out of 3. But the benefit of this is that you put it to market straight away, start getting paid customers, and then you can add the other 2 out of 3 features that you want to have, right? So rinse, repeat, coding, debug, do your testing, and then market hard as well. Now, before you go, let's talk about what I promised you at the start. So if obviously you want to build your first app, I mean, I know you do because you wouldn't click on this video. If you want to build your first app or SaaS in the next 30 days or 60 days with a bit of help, then check out the waitlist below for my new tool. It's coming soon, which will change the game, and it's going to help you tremendously, right? I'm going to give you a sneak peek. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek. It's not done yet, but I want to give you a sneak peek. And this is not the name as well before you try and rip into it. I just put this here so you guys wouldn't say shit, but you've got to come into here, and you're going to be able to generate ideas, plan features, right? Choose tools and get tech stack recommendations for whatever platform you're doing, and then you can manage your projects as well with a whiteboard, right? So you can see your tech stacks. We're going to have a community in here. I'm going to be doing live builds and live calls, so you can see me actually build things and then have live calls to talk about things as well, new AI coming out and stuff. But obviously see me build mini micro SaaS simple apps, see how I do it, see how I debug and how I deal with errors and stuff like that. It's going to be so fucking useful. Courses right? So all the courses that I used to have in my old community, my old course, I put into here, right? So you're basically getting that for free, which is basically the fundamentals of it, how to work properly and like focus and how to build properly, then how to build, how to use the software. I'm going to show you how to use each software and how to actually build with them, and then how to market as well, the whole marketing side as well. So that's all in there as well. And then again, projects, and you're going to get 30 plus ready ideas as well, which I've actually done that bit. I'm not going to click on it because I don't want to expose those ideas, but you're going to get over 30 ready ideas with ideas and features and like a name ready just to roll out, build, and market. So you haven't got to think about an idea or features yourself as well. And then, for example, if so I've got like a project, for example, so you can see your projects. If I click on here, it's going to go to this really nice whiteboard thing. Again, it's not finished, but this is where you're building your phase by phase plan is going to go. You're going to be able to tick off. It's going to be much more advanced in this. Again, it's just an MVP, but I'm going to release it with the whole thing. And, it's going to have, things here. It's going to be fucking all connected, right? It's going to be even more information and data, but don't worry, it's not confusing stuff. It's stuff that you need to know, and, you already know as well. So if you're interested in that, if you want to join that, sign up to the waitlist now. If you sign up to the waitlist now, you're going to get the first, let's just say 100, the first 100 lifetime deal offer, right? So I'm going to do a lifetime deal where you can get it for super cheap, like so cheap for life. You pay once and you never pay again, right? And you get a crazy deal to use for life, and you will save so much money with this tool now. But that's only obviously if you join the waitlist. The link is in the description for that, and then the link is in the description for Focus Flow as well. But that will be coming out soon. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.